So hi guys, thank you so much for joining me for my last live chat of the year. Sorry, I was like a minute late. My phone was ringing and I was like, I don't have time to take that call because I have to get over here. So I had to deal with that really fast. But anyway, I feel like we haven't talked in a really long time because we haven't. It's probably been like a couple of weeks. I see that Ella is here and flip-flops and socks and J Ivy. If you are also here, let me know by saying hello. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a really great Christmas and it is almost time to celebrate New Year. So I hope you guys have some plans for that or just will have a good time. I hope everyone has a really wonderful 2018. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Deja. Hi, 401 Beach Girl. Your name's Amy, right? And hi, Jake. Thank you so much for being here. So a lot of you requested that I do a live chat just to kind of like end out the year, just to talk about any shows from 2017 or shows you're looking forward to coming back or new shows in 2018. Hi, Tyler. Hi, JMG. And hi, Vanessa. Yes, so that's why I wanted to do this today. Also, Black Mirror came out last night. I thought it was coming out midnight Eastern time. It turned out that it was 3 a.m. when it came out, so I have not been able to watch any episodes, so if you have seen them, please don't spoil anything for me. I was hoping to watch a couple so that we could discuss a little bit of that, but I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't watched, although there's probably people here who have seen the whole 6 episodes already. I'm definitely going to be watching, but what I will do is watch all of those episodes and then probably do a video or do a live chat devoted to season 4, just because, you know, I don't want to get spoiled, and that has definitely happened with me with other Netflix shows. So yes, I'm going to watch, and I'll probably start watching tonight, and maybe like whenever I'm done, maybe next week sometime, I'll let you guys know we can have a live chat. Vanessa's planning to watch them later. Hi, Julian. Jake is asking if I ever finished Room 104 and when I do season 2. I watched almost all the episodes. I think I might have missed the last 2, but I love the first episode, as many of you guys know, because I've said that a billion times. Here comes my dog. She's crazy. I did hear that Room 104 has been renewed for a second season, but I made the decision not to watch because out of all the episodes I watched, which I saw a lot of them, except for maybe 2, I only enjoyed 1. So for me, that's not enough to keep watching, and Julian's asking my most disappointing show. It was definitely that. And the reason was because it started out so great. At least in my opinion, I thought the first episode of that show was so good. I had like super high hopes for it. It was a show that a few of you suggested that I watch. So I watched the premiere, actually watched the premiere live on HBO because I was like, I'll check this out because it kind of sounded like Black Mirror. And I was like, you know how much I love Black Mirror. So I was super disappointed after, I kept thinking, well, every episode's different of Room 104. And I was like, maybe there'll be a couple that aren't so good and it'll get better. But it turned out like every episode for me was either just kind of mediocre or some really were terrible in my opinion. So I don't know. If you guys are going to watch it, that's totally fine. just for me, it's not worth my time because I just liked so many. But I guess what I will ask for you to do, if you guys watch season 2 of Room 104 and there's an episode that you think I would really like, you can let me know and I will check out that specific episode on HBO Go. I'm getting a lot of comments. I'm trying to catch up with everyone. Make sure that you re-comment if I miss your comment because they scroll by pretty quickly. Hi, I'm so sorry. Hi, Ralph. Hi, Luke. Hi, Lionel. Hi, Lauren. Vanessa says she started watching Dark. Some people recommended that to me. I think it is in German, right? And it has like English subtitles. I don't usually watch shows with subtitles. I guess it's too much work, but I may check that out because I definitely still have some free time before all of our shows come back in January. I think we have maybe a week or 2 where we won't have any shows. Ralph says that Room 104 tried to be too artsy. Yeah, I don't know. Some of the episodes were just terrible to me, and I just did not end up liking it, and it just kind of became a chore to watch it, and then I stopped watching it live and just was like, I'll check it out on HBO Go, like the day after, and then even that got to be really boring. Jake is really going to miss the old cast of Scream, so as you know, in March we should have season 3 of Scream, which I will watch. I still get questions about that all the time on my channel and on Twitter, and yes, I'm going to watch it, but I don't like the fact that they're going to air all the episodes, I guess, within a couple of days. And I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I'll definitely give it a try. If for some reason I totally hate it, then I will let you know. I will at least do a video on like the first episode. But I guess with the way that this is, I don't know. I'm not really sure how they're doing it. I think I knew and I've forgotten, or maybe they haven't told us. I don't know if there's multiple episodes in one day or if it's one episode a day for like a week or something. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've taken kind of a little bit of a break just because there haven't been any shows after Riverdale ended or any shows that I cover. And I was really sick, as you guys know, like kind of the last time I talked to you guys. So, but it's kind of been nice to take a break from videos. And then YouTube has been crazy this year with all of the different issues that they've had. So anyway, but you guys know about that. So the most disappointing show, I've already answered that, but Julian says yours was Scream Queen Season 2. That's another good one, which actually is a bad one, because I really disliked Season 2 of Scream Queens, which everyone did because it got canceled. I really hated it, and it was very sad because the first season was very good and clever and funny, and, excuse me, it was a shame that that show just fell apart and just pretty much sucked. But yeah, I'm keeping an open mind about Scream Season 3, and I'm hoping that it will still be good. But yes, I'm definitely watching. I'm still, like, I still get so many comments on every video I've done about Season 3, or, like, the fact that the cast is changing and everything. So I think it is one of the, like, most highly anticipated shows of 2018, because people talk about it constantly. So I definitely think a lot of people will be tuning in to Season 3. I just don't know if people are going to like it or not. Again, if you commented and I missed your comment, please comment again if it's been a couple of minutes. The Bold Type and Dynasty are two shows that I have not started yet that Vanessa's recommending. I'll definitely be tied up with Black Mirror for probably a week or more, or maybe not. The only thing I hate about it is that I love the show so much, and I know that 6 episodes is going to go by so fast, and I don't want to, I'm not like the type of person who wants to watch a whole season in a day, because I want to make it last, you know, so it just depends. Like, I may watch 1 a day or 2 a day, but I would definitely won't watch them all at once, and that's just because of my own personal preference. Like, I don't want to watch them all and then be like, oh my god, when's Season 5 coming out, because it'll probably be a year. My favorite shows from this year were not the barking dog. That's the worst show, because she barks so loud, and that's my dog Willow, and I'm really sorry. I'm trying to think what my favorite. Okay, definitely. I can't think of the name of it. The one with Reese Witherspoon and all those people that was on HBO. I can't think of the name of that. That one was so good. 13 Reasons Why. I love that one so much. And Slasher Season 1 and 2. I'm not sure if they both came out in 2017, but absolutely love those. Especially Season 2, which I know for sure came out in 2017. Why can't I think of the name of the Reese Witherspoon? Big Little Lies. Yeah, I love that. And Big Little Lies and 13 Reasons Why are two shows that were not supposed to have a second season, but will in 2018. So that's really exciting. And there's probably other shows that I absolutely loved. That, oh, American Horror Story, this year's season, I thought was the best ever. And then there were other things that I thought just weren't as strong, like How to Get Away with Murder. I thought it just wasn't that good this year. Sinner was also really good. Sinner, or The Sinner, or whatever, on USA is supposed to have a second season. I'm sorry. It's taken me forever to completely get over this cold, and sometimes when I talk a lot, as you guys know, I have this issue. Yes, we have squeaky toys going and barking, and I don't know. Okay, Mr. Mercedes, as Vanessa is mentioning, was also excellent, and we will have a second season of that, but I don't know the date for that either. But a lot of stuff to look forward to in 2018, like so much stuff. American Crime Story I have yet to watch. Like I told you guys last time, I think we talked on here, I've gotten really into documentaries on HBO, and I used to, I just kind of go through phases with my subscription feed on YouTube, and sometimes I'm just like late at night, or like, you know, at night, not necessarily late, is when I watch stuff. So I used to just watch all my subscriptions on YouTube, but lately I've just kind of gotten bored with those people. It's like nothing against them. It's just sometimes like Vlogmas and stuff, like since they have to do something every day, it's just not that entertaining. I like watching when people are traveling and stuff like that, and people aren't doing that all the time, which totally makes sense. But anyhow, so I kind of got bored with that. So I started looking around on Netflix and on HBO Go, and got into like the documentaries on both, but I found more stuff that interested me on HBO Go, and I've watched a ton, and some of them were very depressing, but very good. So if you guys ever want to know recommendations for stuff that's documentary-wise on HBO Go, let me know. As far as movies, Snowman was terrible, as Ralph is mentioning. I had a lot of high hopes for that, and it was freaking awful. And it was a real letdown, but I still haven't seen the new Saw movie, which just breaks my heart. I don't know, I just missed it when it was in the theaters, and I haven't seen it. So, I need to catch up on that. Oh, Twin Peaks I thought was really good this year, and it was really cool that it came back. So, thank you for mentioning that, Jake. Most anticipated TV show of 2018, that's a really hard question because we have Westworld coming back, 13 Reasons Why. I love both. Also, I'm excited for Scream, but I wouldn't put that at the top. Big Little Lies, that's way up there for me. Yeah, Snowman was awful. Like, I actually, like, got up a couple times to go to the bathroom, got up to get popcorn. I don't like to do that normally during movies because, you know, like, I paid for the movie. It's expensive, and I want to sit there and enjoy it, but I was literally so bored with that. The Confession Tapes on Netflix, I have not heard of that. A docuseries that centers around different people confessing to a murder that they never committed? That's really interesting, Deja. Now, that sounds really, really good. Do I find that under documentaries on Netflix? Sometimes I feel like I just type in Confession Tapes, and that will solve it all. I really liked Happy Death Day. I know a lot of people didn't, but I found that entertaining. I think there was another movie that I absolutely loved that came out in theaters this year, and I can't think of it. Also on HBO Go, I watched something that's not a mystery, but I thought it was good. The Zookeepers Wife, I just watched that recently, and I thought that was really, really good. But it's about, like, World War II. It is not mysterious or anything, but really good. Yes, I heard The Jigsaw was so good, and I'm just dying inside that I haven't seen it yet. It's like I've pretty much caught up on all the movies that I wanted to see from this year, I think, but not that one because I don't even know how I could get that at this point. I don't even know if it's on iTunes to, like, rent. Probably not. The Perfectionist, I will watch the first episode. I don't know what I'll do beyond then, but as I promised you guys, I will watch the first episode, which is Marlene King's new show. And if I enjoy it, I'll keep watching it. And if not, I will let you know my thoughts about the first episode or however longer I need to go, or that I want to go into it. Ingrid Goes West is, what is that? Is that a show? I saw you mention that on my channel, Ralph, but I wasn't sure if that was like a YouTuber's name or if that was an actual show. The worst reveal was, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but the reveal that happened in the mid-season finale of Riverdale, I think that was the worst. I don't know who we have in here. Like, everyone may not be caught up with that. So, I, like, don't, you know, I think we should be careful in here just with those type of spoilers since this is an all shows discussion and some people want to watch that and haven't caught up. Usually, like, I'll give you the name of the show and then I feel like, you know, we can do spoilers because everyone knows they should have watched such episode before they come in here. The favorite twist happened for me in, definitely in Slasher, the finale of season 2. Fabulous. If you haven't watched Slasher, seriously, you should, especially season 2. But I forgot to mention, as Glenn is saying, the PLL finale. Hated it. I've got some videos up about that on my channel. Hated that reveal. Hated it. But I think the Riverdale reveal was worse, although it's up for questioning, like, possibly that reveal isn't true in Riverdale. That's all I will say there. Because, again, there could be people in here who haven't caught up on Riverdale or who are going to binge it or whatever. This is, for me, like a time of year for binging or for watching stuff. Like, for me, personally, I have extra time usually because I don't have current TV shows. So I usually watch movies and documentaries and stuff like that because I do have that extra free time. And I don't usually have that when all of these shows come back because I know How to Get Away with Murder comes back soon. Remind me, I feel like there's more than that. Oh, Riverdale and How to Get Away with Murder come back in January, and there may be other stuff. Gerald's Game I thought was a decent movie. I didn't absolutely love it, but it was intriguing to me, and the twist in there I thought was kind of silly. Just my opinion. I've seen a lot of people love it, like totally love it. Who do I think was the worst, Charlotte or Alex? I would probably say Charlotte. That was really disappointing for me. So Good Behavior is a show with Dockery, Michelle Dockery from Downton Abbey, if you watch that show. I started watching season 1 on a plane. sometime this year. And then like I kind of got behind because I would get on different planes and they wouldn't have like all the episodes, even though it was all Delta. And then I started watching some. I was like buying them on iTunes because I wasn't sure where to find them anywhere, because like the TNT app or whatever website would like have an episode and then it would disappear like in so many days, and I just couldn't catch up. I thought season 1 was kind of okay, and then I got a little bored, and then like the idea of having to pay for more episodes was kind of like, I don't think it's worth it to me. But I know Ralph is saying season 2 was even better than season 1, so that kind of makes me like want to get back into it. But at the same time, I don't know if I want to pay. I think it would end up being like $15 to finish out season 1, so I don't know. I'll think about it. Well, JMG, I don't think it's really a spoiler because people aren't going to know who Alex is anyway. If you didn't watch it. But also, I will say with Pretty Little Liars, I feel like aired so long ago. Riverdale literally just wrapped up like a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, I am trying to avoid spoilers. But with Pretty Little Liars, that ended so long ago, like it was this summer, that I feel like even if you didn't watch, like you probably know, like that was probably out there everywhere. But the person who we've been talking about, like that is not even going to register with you if you are super behind. So I don't feel bad about that because you're just going to be like, what? You know, so I think it's okay. Anyway, let's see. Electric Dream series like Black Mirror and Twilight Zone, is that on Netflix? I don't know. So I actually used to watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, Glenn. I don't know how many seasons I watched. I think I stopped watching it last year. I actually have 1 billion of those episodes on my DVR. And I got kind of bored with it maybe last year. And I thought it kind of just got silly. I used to be obsessed with it. Like, I totally loved it. And I love the girl who's, like, the lead role. And I like the music and everything. But maybe this last season's better. It's, like, still on my DVR. But I just kind of thought it was ridiculous. So I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore. But I should probably return to that. Kellie says Scream Queen Season 2 was the worst reveal. That was a really bad reveal as well. Paula says PLL or Riverdale and why... Oh, God. Okay. I was always a bigger fan of Pretty Little Liars at the beginning than Riverdale. I think, like, that was one of the first shows that I ever... Well, it was, like, the first show I ever did on my channel. I was, like, obsessed, everything. I just think it went way downhill, and it sucked. Riverdale, I thought, started out pretty good, and now I'm at a point where I don't like it very much, unless they resolve what they did in the season finale, mid-season finale. So I was always... still a bigger fan of PLL, and I still enjoyed the cast of PLL better than Riverdale, maybe because it was on so long and it was like a big part of my life for so long. But like, it takes a lot for me to like people enough to like I'm following those people on social media like Ashley Benson and Shay after the show has ended, and you can't really watch them on another show. So I think that says a lot about the show. And even though I do like some of the Riverdale cast members, I mean, I like pretty much all of them, I'm not as invested. But I also think that's because it hasn't been on as long, and you know, I'm not as into it as I was. I don't think that's like dissing Riverdale. I don't know. I haven't seen iZombie. A lot of people have asked me to watch. There's so many shows, like, so many of you guys have recommended, and I'm sure they're so good. It's just the point of, like, me actually sitting down to watch that show and, like, getting into it and sticking to it. And then when other stuff comes out, like, I get distracted. Like, here comes Black Mirror, and it's like, that's going to take up my life for, like, a week or something. So... I definitely appreciate all your suggestions, and usually I get around to most all of them. I think people ask me to watch Slasher for like a year. So if you tell me to watch something and I say I'll check it out, and then like you never hear me talk about it, it's not because I'm just dismissing you guys. It's just because I have so many I want to check out, and it's just finding the time and like dedicating myself to it. Although there have been some I have checked out, and I'll be honest about that if you ask about that specific show, that after a couple of episodes I didn't really like, so I'm not going to go back to it. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but if I see anyone mention them, I will let you know. But it's like, you know, I really do try to check out what everyone says, because sometimes I just like sit and scroll through Netflix and HBO Go and stuff, and I'm like, none of this stuff looks good. And sometimes I look at stuff that doesn't look good to me based on like the previews, and then someone will say such and such is good, and it's better looking than the trailer or the picture for it or whatever. I mean, it ends up being better than what it looks like is what I'm trying to say. Dynasty, yeah, I probably should check that out. That's probably something that I would really like. And again, it's not dismissing anyone that I haven't gotten to that. I feel like sometimes people think, you know, because sometimes the same people will ask me for the same show like 5, 6, 7 times. And that doesn't bother me because actually it keeps it in my mind. I know like Vanessa, who's in the room, probably asked me to watch Slasher 100 times. Not really. But I'm so glad because it's one of my favorite shows. So like it's totally worth it and I totally don't mind. Crystal says that Shay Mitchell is starring in a new thriller on Lifetime called You in 2018. Is that like a Lifetime movie? Now let's be honest, I will be honest, I don't like Lifetime movies, but I would make an exception and watch that for her. I'm hoping it's a series. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I hope it's like a show because I really don't like Lifetime. Like I think those are super cheesy and stuff. I just like, I don't like the Hallmark Christmas movies or any of that stuff. Even if I like the actress or actor who is in it, I avoid them. But thank you. I will definitely try to check that out. That's probably something that seems perfect for my channel. I know a lot of you guys like Shay. I like Shay. Stranger Things is something so many people have asked me to watch. When there was that, I have forgotten the name. When there was that site where we could watch along Netflix shows. I watched like 1 or 2 episodes on there with some of you guys, and I wasn't really into it. I don't know. I've heard the second season is way better. So to be totally honest, I'm probably one of the few people who did not get into it immediately, or maybe it's a show that takes time to get into. But when I watch something and it doesn't click with me right away, it's really hard for me to get back into it. So I don't know. Twin Peaks was something that was very hard for me to get into, and I'm glad I did. But I'm just going to be honest to say that I'm not going to devote myself that much to all kinds of other shows because there's so much stuff out there. So it's like, if I watch something, even if it's like super popular and I'm not really into it right away, I'm probably not going to keep trying because I feel like I'm missing out on another show I could try that I would like and that I could do on here. Deja says You is based on the book from the perspective of a stalker. That sounds really good. I'm all about stalker stuff. Yes, please. Yeah. So Ralph says Stranger Things is only overrated if you were not a kid, teen in the 80s. Well, I feel like that is kind of hard for me to relate to, just like Twin Peaks in the 80s was hard for me to relate to. And that's really stupid because I just recommended a World War II movie. And I love Downton Abbey, and obviously I was not alive in those time periods. But the whole 80s things, I don't know. I mean, I was here for some of the 80s, but I don't know. I don't have the nostalgia for that, I guess. I don't know. But with that being said, on This Is Us, I really enjoy the flashbacks in This Is Us. You know, and maybe because they're in the 90s a lot in that. I don't know. I like 90s stuff. Like, I can really get behind that, like 90s stuff. But, you know, I don't think that's fair to say, like, I don't like stuff that takes place in the past. And I think a lot of people who watch Stranger Things, there's probably people who were born in 2000 or whatever who like it. So I don't think it's like, oh, you had to be growing up in the 80s to like it. I don't know. But, like, for me, sometimes I do hold that against some shows. If it's heavily about that time period, I don't know. I'm just weird in that way. But again, like Downton Abbey, like definitely I cannot relate to those time periods. And that's really why I didn't want to watch Downton Abbey. Because I was like, oh my God, it takes place a billion years ago and I'm usually not into that kind of thing. And I got recommended to watch that a lot. And this was actually, I think, before I did these types of videos. And I never did a video on it. And then when I started getting into it, I was like, this is so good. Like, it was one of my favorite shows ever. Stranger Things, Ralph says, is a nostalgia show, like, mentioning, like, Gremlins and Ghostbusters, I guess, is what you're saying. I don't know if they talk about those movies in there, but Handmaid's Tale, I don't have Hulu, and I don't know if I want to invest in that. I think that's a Hulu show. So, it won so many awards, Shamia, that I know that I probably would like it. Plus, I love the girl, is her name, like, Elizabeth Moss? She was in Mad Men, which I watched all of, and I do really like her. Oh, what is this about Tatiana Maslany? If you don't know her, she is from Orphan Black. She got recast in Pose, so you mean she's no longer in this? I didn't even know if she was in this. I had no idea. Yeah, like I said, I think about Stranger Things, I don't think you have to love the 80s or grew up in the 80s or whatever to like it. But I'm also not a big sci-fi person. Like, Orphan Black was hard for me a lot of times. I ended up really liking it, I think because of Tatiana. But there were episodes where I was just like, I don't like this. Like, I'm bored throughout the series, not just this year, you know? I thought this year was pretty good. There were some, like, epic episodes especially with Crystal and the fact that she had her own YouTube channel and everything. There was just some really special episodes. That's a good show, really and truly. TV Line revealed that she left the show Pose, is what Jay Ivy is saying. I don't know what this show is. I don't know if it's a brand new show or if it's something that's already been on, but she definitely needs to be in more stuff. Like, I've missed her, and she's great. Runaways is very good. Is that a new show, a new series? I've really got to, like, write some of these down. There's so many suggestions in here. I will never, ever, ever remember them all. Connie says, we all know how much you love PLL's venture into sci-fi. Did anyone like that, though, with Charlotte? That was so silly. And I will never forgive them for the masks, like the real-life masks, which were really actual people's faces, but they tried to say they were masks. Oh, my God. Oh, so it's a new Ryan Murphy series, so who knows how that will turn out. Sometimes he does, I think Ryan is kind of brilliant most of the time, and then sometimes he just turns out crap. But I will say, like, when he has a new show, he usually works really hard on it, and it's usually good for a while. So the fact that he has a new musical drama, I don't know. Is this like the new Glee? Like, I saw Leah Michelle say that she wanted Glee to come back. Like, there's some talk about Glee being, you know, redone. Like, all these other shows are coming back, I guess. Like, even though Glee hasn't been gone for that long, you know. Oh my God, really? Evan Peters is in Pose? Wait, does he sing too? Seriously. Like, it's like if Ryan Murphy likes you and he casts you in one thing, like, you're probably set for life because he's going to put you, like, in all his stuff. And he always has a show. So it's like, if you're an actress or an actor, you have to get in with him because you're always going to be working if he likes you, you know? Glenn says it has the most transgender characters to ever be on a TV show. So is this kind of like a Glee, something like Glee? I don't know. I used to really like Glee, and then I felt like it just got silly, you know? I was like, oh my God. And, you know, I think I've talked to you guys about this before, but like when Corey died and everything, I was like, I just couldn't. And it just got weird. And I don't know if it got weird because he died or what, but weird. I mean, I would check that out, definitely. But I'm really, 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 really bummed that Tatiana's not going to be in it. Because I love Evan. Yeah, I agree with Eunice, right? Yeah, Colin says, so does Marlene with Sasha and Janelle. Well, yeah, I mean, true. Although Ryan has so many more shows, you know? I don't know. I never finished Glee, and I probably never will. Pose is set in the world of 1986 Trump-era universe. What does that mean? Like, when Trump was in New York? I don't even know what that means. Like, it's about Donald Trump? Seriously? Like, do we need another Donald Trump type of show? I mean, American Horror Story, I can get over that. Like, that was sort of this season. But is this show about Donald Trump? Or is that how it's being promoted? Like, no? High Society and Elites of the 80s. Okay. Well, that sounds okay. It's a Donald Trump musical? I don't know now. It's starting to sound not good. Did I finish The Man in the High Castle? No. Oh my God. I love the first season. It's something else that I have to get back to. My favorite Black Mirror episode, probably the one where people received ratings in real life like we do on social media. And there's others. God, they're all so good. Oh, I really like the one with the girl from Downton Abbey where they were like in the future and it was awful. Like you had to work on a bike all day long, like a stationary bike, just to gain credits or whatever. And then she was in the singing competition. What's that one called? I don't know. I think the guy from Get Out was in that, right? Oh, God. Oh, my God. Get Out. I just watched that. I actually figured that one out, too. I don't know how these things happen, but I did not figure out Slasher Season 2. But Get Out, I just watched it, like, Thanksgiving weekend. It was really good. I really liked it, but, yeah. So glad I watched it, but I was like, oh, crap, I figured it out. Plus, I like Allison from Girls, so it was great. And I think the guy from, who was in Black Mirror, right? Who was in Get Out. He's really good. I really liked him. Let's still talk about politics. Please don't. I don't know. I just figured it, well, I don't want to talk about what the twist is, but I figured it out involving Allison's character. I was like, something's up here. And I said it out loud to the people I was watching it with. And they were like, that's not going to happen. And then when the movie ended and it happened, they were like, what the heck? How did you figure it out? I was like, I don't know. But Get Out is really good, and I do not want to spoil that for anyone, because if you find out what happened, then it's going to totally screw the movie for you, kind of like Slasher would. So, White Bear was good. 15 Million Merits. Yes, I love that one. That was the one with the guy from Get Out. They're all good to me. There's people who tell me like certain ones were terrible. There were a couple that I thought were just okay, but really and truly, I was pretty fine with all of them. I tried to get a friend in real life to watch it, and I'll tell you, I can't remember the name of it. I don't want to spoil it. There was one involving like a young boy. It was actually the first one I ever watched, and it was very graphic and dealing with abuse of some sort. That's the twist in it, is to explain further, so I won't. But it was very bad subject matter the whole way around. Really bad. Nosedive was one of my favorites. San Junipero was really good. But anyway, the one dealing with like the high school age boy being accused of stuff that you kept thinking he's innocent, blah, 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 and then it ended up being, I don't know, I feel like I'm going to spoil it. And then when my friend watched that, she got like really offended, and she's like, I don't want to watch anymore. And I was like, that's actually the worst one. Like, why did you watch? I told her to watch Nosedive like right away, because I thought that was really good. Or San Junipero, that was kind of happy. No, I'm not really into superhero movies. Like, my nose is itching. But sometimes they will surprise me, and I'll really like them. Yes, I'm going to watch Black Mirror tonight for sure. Absolutely. 13 Reasons Why is so good. I got my mom to watch it, and my mom was like telling me there's no way she's going to watch it, because it was like, it's about high school kids and everything. And I was like, you have to watch it. And so she watched it, and she loved it. Like, who could not love that show? And yes, I will watch season 2. I'm curious to see what will happen in that, but I'm going to watch it. I don't know what you're asking me about the remake for. I'm sure I was talking about something and I've forgotten what that is. I saw the It. Is that what we're talking about? I saw the It. I saw the It remake. I didn't love it. I really liked the old one. This one, I know there's going to be another one. I thought it was okay. I had really high hopes. The people I saw it with loved it. Most of my friends in real life loved it. And I think they've seen the old one. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm so excited for Black Mirror. Like, I'm freaking out. I tried to watch it last night, and it was like, wasn't there. And I was like, I can't stay up any longer. And apparently it came out like 3 a.m. my time. Peaky Blinders, I have not watched. Wentworth, I have not watched. I did not dislike the It remake, but I thought it was just okay. Personally, I think Get Out was better. I loved Get Out. I was like, that's a good movie. Well, okay, I will say I figured out the twist involving Allison's character. I can't think of her name, Allison from Girls. But the big, huge twist in that, like, I don't know. I didn't figure that. Yeah, Jingle Jangle. I did not figure that out. So I should rephrase that for anyone who thinks that I figured out, like, the big, huge underlying thing that is, like, revealed near the very end. No, because I think... How could you figure that out? I don't know. But as far as why these people kept, I don't know how to say this, dealing with her boyfriends and that, I knew there was something up with that, and I knew that this guy wasn't the first one, if that makes sense for those of you watching. I want to be really careful about that because it's so good. It's on HBO Go. I also finally watched the second part of 50 Shades of Grey, which probably none of you guys watch. But I love the guy, what's his name? I love that guy who plays Christian Grey. And I really like, I can never think of anyone's names. I really like the girl who plays like his wife or whatever. Yes, I'm going to have a live chat about Black Mirror when I finish all 6 episodes. It's probably going to be at least a week. So, unfortunately, I would totally do it earlier, but I just know how the trollish people, not you guys, are on here, would say stuff, and I would be so sad because I love that show. So, Jamie Dornan. I really like Jamie Dornan. I really enjoyed his, like, it was a Scottish show that was on. I think it's on Netflix. I don't know. So good. Thank you. Happy late Christmas to you, Kellie. And the girl who plays his, like, wife, girlfriend, whatever. Yes, Ralph. I think the twist with the main character in Get Out, one of the twists, was pretty easy to figure out. Even though, like, the people I was watching with, but they're not like us. They don't just, they don't try to figure everything out. But they were like, that's not real. That's not the twist. That's not going to, I was like, yes, it is. Okay. It was like Happy Death Day. I figured that one out too. Dakota Johnson. I like both of them. Yeah. So 50 Shades Freed I have not seen. I saw the one before. 50 Shades Darker. I just watched it on 50 Shades Freed is not out until what, Valentine's Day? But The Fall was the Irish Jamie Dornan show. I finished all of that. I'm still trying to finish the latest season of Orange is the New Black. Problems. I still have quite a few episodes of that. I didn't view Get Out as a racist movie. I don't think so. I didn't feel like it was. I don't know. I wasn't offended by it. I don't know. Once Upon a Time. I haven't seen that show. Everyone says that's so good. You know, I did not think 50 Shades of Grey was that bad. I mean, it got an R rating, so it's not NC-17, which would have been way worse. I feel like we've seen worse things on TV, like actual TV, maybe. I feel like we've seen some really crazy pushing the envelope things on TV. All of us. Like in American Horror Story and maybe How to Get Away with It. I don't know. Yeah, I really thought that Orange is the New Black started out like, I love last season. All right, and then this season, I thought started out good. And then I'm at this point where it's like boring to me. So that's why it's taking me so long to watch that one in particular, because I want to finish it. But like every time I watch another episode, I watched like 2 episodes recently, and I was like, oh my god, I think I still have 6 left. It's a long season. And when I saw that I had that many left, I was like, oh no, I can't watch. I've got to take a break on this. Like, what is going on? It was such a cliffhanger from the last season, and I could not wait for it to come back out. And then now I feel like there's just a lot of useless time-filling episodes, which is dumb because it's released as an entire season. We don't need to be filling time like some of these shows do that come out once a week. I don't know. Yeah, I really liked Happy Death Day. I don't know. I was surprised by it. And the person who I went with to see that hated it. So, I don't know. I keep going to these things with people with different tastes than me. I should check out a movie called The Tragedy Girls. Okay. Is that on like Netflix or whatever? I've heard The Crown is good. Now, when I look at The Crown and like previews or whatever, I'm like, that doesn't look like something I would like. But it's probably kind of like Downton Abbey for me. I just probably need to try it. Oh, okay, I'm not going to read that. I guess that's kind of a spoiler. Oh, thanks. You know, I think the girl who's the lead in Happy Death Day, she looked like, especially when I saw the previews before I watched it, she looks so much like Britney Spears to me that it freaked me out so much that when I first saw the preview, I was like, is Britney Spears doing movies? I was like kind of excited because I always love Britney Spears, right? Even though she's had her moments. And speaking of, for some reason last night I dreamed I was in Vegas and I went to see the Celine Dion show, which I've never seen, and the Britney Spears show, which I've never seen. And I dreamed that, like, they drew these numbers, and if your number got drawn, like, Britney in her show would come up to you and say, like, congrats, like, we drew your number. So, like, she came up to me, and I was, like, freaking out, and I couldn't even speak to her. And I'm not even, like, a super fan of hers, but whatever. And, like, she said, congrats, like, we drew your number. And so then in my mind, I was like, is she going to call me on stage? And, like, she didn't. She left. And I was like, well, what does it mean that you drew my number? I'm thinking, like, what? Like, I guess because she got to say hi to me. But I was just like, oh, I love La La Land. And I had no idea the girl from Happy Death Day was in La La Land. She seemed like a new person to me. I love La La Land. So good. Have I seen the movie Bright on Netflix? Critics are saying it's the worst movie of the year. No. That makes me not want to watch it. But, you know, they just said it's okay. So... Petition for me to get a cameo in the next Sabrina just to teach Melissa Joan Hart not to be so rude. Is she going to be in it? I thought I heard she wasn't. Yeah. Right. Dude, right. I know. You know, it's funny. I think I've told you this before, but the video I did about rude celebrities made some people so irate. And I don't understand. And I'm going to be honest that I commented back to some people and kind of was like, this is insane. Because when I read that people were offended by some celebrities being rude to me, unless you're an actual that celebrity, like who, do you think Melissa Joan Hart cares that I did a video talking about how she was rude to me? No. Come on, people. I mean, I couldn't believe some of the comments that people were so mad at me and called me like a terrible person. Like, I'm not making this up. These people were rude to me. Like, if they're going to be rude to me, who was, you know, very courteous and nice to meet them, do I think that was just like, you know, maybe it was the worst day of her life that day. I don't But I'm not like, I just don't get it. I never get when people get offended by these videos. Like, literally, I feel like I'm pretty non-offensive. Really, Lauren? My mom watched La La Land too, and she did not like it. I don't get it. I got my mom to watch it on whatever, HBO Go, and she was like, I couldn't finish it. And I was like, are you serious? Melissa Joan Heartless. Yes, Glenn, yes. Crystal says Melissa Joan Hart is awful. She was rude AF to your girlfriend when she met her, and you stand by this. Thank you. But I have had a couple people who weren't rude to me, and they said they met her and she was cool, and I was like, well, okay. You know, I can accept maybe she had a bad day, but, like, she was really, really, really rude, and it wasn't like... To me, I didn't see it. You know, have you ever, like, gone somewhere to, like, order something? Like, I ordered a Subway sandwich the other day, and the girl was, like, really kind of rude, but, like, I could tell in her eyes she was about ready to cry or something, so I felt like something else was going on with her. So I'm like, you know, I'm not going to take this personally. Jason says Melissa Joan Hart is now a D-list celebrity. Absolutely, 100%. Can you believe that I paid for her autobiography on iTunes, though? So that, not iTunes, you know, like, where they could, Audible, whatever. Subway story time. I mean, honestly, I found it was kind of, but it was like $20. But I found that it was kind of interesting. I don't know. Oh my God, Angela Lansbury was rude. What the heck? So sad. I don't know, Deja. I love La La Land. I watched it on a plane, and I was like, it may be terrible. I don't know. But Ralph says Dove Cameron, not Sabrina, but now is the new season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and she's playing Spider-Gwen. I know who that is in the new animated Spider-Man cartoon. Interesting. Kellie is asking would I write an autobiography. I don't think anyone wants to read my autobiography, but thank you. Yes, I'm supposed to do the nice celeb video, and I haven't. I got really busy with the holidays. I have a lot of excuses. I want to do that. Seriously, I've met so many nice ones. So for all of those who think I'm just a freaking hater with the Grinch heart, I'm not. Jordan Sparks, to me, Lauren, looks like someone who would be rude. Did you guys hear, like I heard on Wendy Williams, like she just all of a sudden announced she was pregnant and like had a secret boyfriend or something? Like, I don't care, whatever. Who cares? I don't know. It sounded super weird and shady, the way Wendy talked about it. Firkin says you didn't like the ending of La La Land. I didn't either because I was hoping for it to be like a really happy ending. To me, it wasn't a very happy ending. Like, you know what, I don't want to spoil, but I wanted like the supreme happy ending in that. But I also have to say that I think that's realistic. And I could kind of relate to that because I've had a situation like that happen to me where I felt like I was just supposed to be with this person, whatever, and it freaking did not work out, and now it's not a big deal. And I think it was cool that they were so cool with each other without me spoiling. Nev Campbell, you've heard, is rude. Man, that sucks, dude. Where the heck has she been, though? She must be so rude that she can't even get hired anymore, because I haven't seen that girl in like 20 years. She's a secret husband, Lauren. Okay, yes. Jordan Sparks, and she's now pregnant. I don't know. I mean, who cares? But why is it all a secret? Like, no one cares if someone's pregnant, whatever, you know. She secretly got married a couple of months ago and she's pregnant. But why is it secret? I think this is like, is this like Jennifer Hudson? Didn't she have like a secret husband too? And now they're divorced? I don't know. There was something like secretive, shady with her. Oh my God, no, it was somebody else. Somebody else had like, darn it, who is it? There was some like singer, I'm thinking it was like our R&B singer or something, who was, oh, Brandy. Oh my God, Brandy. Didn't Brandy have like a secret husband and secret pregnancy? And I don't know. Why all the secrets? Hi, Juan from Colombia. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But there was like a big scandal with Brandy, and I'll never forget, like, she ran someone over and killed them too. But she may be nice. I think mistakes happen. Crystal says you think because she's very religious and she must have got, yeah, I guess she got pregnant before she was married, which I figured, but at the same time, like, why do we have a secret husband? I don't get that. I would die if Madgen Amick is rude. Oh my God. Especially because I follow her on all the social medias, which you guys probably do too. And she seems so cool. And like, she's so like a great mom. Like, she's so always supporting the careers of her kids. And I just think she's amazing. Dunkirk, is that a movie I haven't seen? I don't know if I would like that. Ralph says Ryan Murphy only cares about American Horror Story and his pet projects. But sometimes American Horror Story doesn't do very well. Or is not that good, in my opinion. But I think when he starts a new series, like, he's all about it, and then it's just, he, like, moves on, he starts another new series, and he's like, well, I gotta move on to that. Like, you could totally tell with Scream Queens something was wrong. Bye, Kelly. Thank you for being here. I love Madchen. I did not know the woman existed. Really, I mean, I saw her on Riverdale and I thought she was super rude in the first season, so I didn't think much about it. But then, for those of you who have seen Twin Peaks, like, how could you not love her? And now I love her on Riverdale, and I just love her in general. So for me, well, actually, I really loved Kyle and Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks has, the thing about Twin Peaks is the characters are so good. The people are so good, and few shows can do that. I don't know. Remember when Serena Williams accidentally revealed her pregnancy on Instagram? No, I did not, but interesting. But the Brandy thing was super scandalous, and I don't know. I think she hid, like, this man for, like, years. Deja says you can understand the secret weddings and whatnot because maybe they just want to have the time for themselves. I can. I get that. And it's really no one's business. I get that. Beyonce and Jay did the same thing. But at the same time, I think what's up with, like, Brandy and Jordan Sparks is that they are, like, maybe ashamed of being pregnant or feel bad because of religious reasons, and then they have the secret. But, like, here's the thing, like, if you know you're pregnant and, like, you're getting married because of that or whatever, but then why is it a secret for months that you were married? I don't know. Yes, Brandy killed someone when she was speeding. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be like, oh my God, she's a terrible person. But as far as YouTube, people I follow on YouTube, I don't follow a lot of people who, well, it's weird because I have different interests on YouTube. Like, I don't watch a lot of people doing show reactions and stuff like that, which may be weird, even though I do watch some of those people. That's not the majority of what I watch. I watch people who do, how many times am I going to say that? People who are, like, doing traveling vlogs and vlogs in general. Like Monica Church, I really think does a really good job vlogging. Darn it, who else do I watch a lot? There's some people, Haley Williams, I watch her a lot. I go back and forth with Trisha Paytas. Like, she's always trolling people. Lately, I cannot deal with her. And I like watching people do those mukbangs or whatever. There's certain people that I like. Some people in there are freaking really weird to me. Like, I found a guy last night who was doing a mukbang, and he, like, did the ASMR, and he was, like, whispering the whole time. And it was super weird. I don't like to hear the slurping and all of that crap. Like, I like when they talk and tell other stories. Yes, Trisha, I used to really watch her, like, every day, and now lately she's doing so many crazy things. I just can't. She was, like, talking to a cardboard cutout, like, a couple days ago, and I clicked out of that. Mama Mia, are you talking about, I know a Mia that does, like, vlogs and stuff. I don't know. This person doesn't do mukbangs, though. Right, Trisha's either great or no. I can't deal with her right now. But speaking of her, like, Sean, I still follow Sean, like, her ex-boyfriend, and I feel really bad for him because his dad, like, kind of out of the blue passed away, even though he's had some health issues. Very sad, and he made a video, like a tribute video about it, so I don't know. I don't even understand that whole situation, but I felt really bad for him. I always liked Sean's personality. I don't know what was going on with them. I don't know if they were in a fake relationship or what, but I always liked him, and I, you know, he's done videos since then, and I feel like the person I feel like I know is the way he is as far as a person. I like him, so I feel really bad. No, Big Brother UK, yeah, I've seen Trisha on the Big Brother segments. Ridiculous. Oh, Mamma Mia, the movie. No, I haven't seen that. The Trisha and Sean drama was hilarious. It was crazy. Yeah. Deja watched Trisha's latest video about some drama or whatnot, and you were rolling your eyes. She made a video, and she wanted everyone to think it was about Sean, and it was about, like, she's like, our whole relationship was fake or something. So when I clicked on it, she was literally, like, trying to talk to a cardboard cutout, and I was like, I can't with it. Well, she had beef with Nikocado Avocado. I had to quit watching him too. I mean, no offense, but he was having a crisis like every freaking week. Sean is really cute, yeah, really cute. But then there was like this thing that he lied about his age and all that. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. I think a lot of some of the stuff with both of them is just totally for fake and like they're actors at some point. But some people got very offended by the fact that he wasn't really the age he said he was, or the fact that maybe they really never dated, or maybe he's not even into girls. But whatever. I mean, you can't take everything as total truth, you know, with some of these people who are getting paid tons of money. It's like, it's an act, you know? That's how I feel about it. I don't know why people get so offended. So weird. Trisha has beef with the butchery, yes. You know, I mean, she's milking it. A lot of the stuff she does is for cash, and it's working. So it's like an act for her. I totally believe it's an act, and the crazy stuff she does is because I used to watch Jake Paul. I had to quit. It was too much. It was every day. A lot of the stuff with him is fake relationships, fake, whatever. Just for money, whatever. No, I've never watched Logan. I'm going to have to get off here soon because I actually have a class to be at 5:30, like a workout class, and it's like 30 minutes away, so I'm not going to make it pretty much. This was so fun. Maybe we should do one of these next week. This was like so much fun, but I just want to wish all of you a very happy new year. Honestly, I had the best time here, the best time. And we should do it next week, right? So I hope you guys have a great new year. I hope 2018 is a great year for all of us, and I hope it's a really good TV year, because that always makes me happy. Thank you so much for being here. Honestly, this was so fun. And we could probably do this for hours. It's just that I have to go to this workout class because I'm paying them, and you know, they still will charge me if I don't show up. So anyway, but anyhow, great to talk to you guys. Have a good weekend. Have a good new year, and I will see you in the new year. That's crazy, right? I don't think I'll make a video before then, but you never know. Okay, bye guys. Stop.